Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. I'm Brian Anderson. With me tonight, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Allie LaForce joining us courtside. A couple of injuries for them. Their rotation perhaps shortened and more minutes to go around.
Yeah, 2 quality players out of action. That'll be a factor. The remaining players need to respond.
And the starting lineup for the Magic. Wagner and Banchero, the talented forward pair. Then there's Jalen Suggs. Then it's Jackson. And it's Barry in at the 2-guard spot. And then for the Brooklyn Nets, Washington out there with MP. Then there's Bilal Coulibaly, and it starts in at the 5 down low. Approaching the midway point of the season now, Grant, how much do players want to be named an all-star?
You know, B.A., I'd say for the young guys and for guys in their twilight years, too, it means a lot. But for the guys that have done it a few times before, you know, sometimes that weekend off is a nice reset button.
And the tip goes to the Nets. And MP's made no secret that one of his main focuses this season is taking down the top teams in the league. His motivation in games like this has been clear.
Well, if you ask me, MP has met his goal and then some when it comes to defeating top-level opponents. He has truly distinguished himself and his squad as a threat to anyone in this league. Considering what they've been able to do, many might just consider them the best of the best at the moment.
Now here's MP. Washington outside. Here's MP. Oh, he buries the 20-footer.
He's always ready to take the shot. MP got it away quick.
And so it's Suggs. He brings it up for Orlando. They put up a nice win against Toronto last time out.
Yeah, they hit the court last game with some serious attitude, especially on offense.
And they backed it up with their play, got production from everyone, and they were able to walk the walk on the offensive end.
Washington a screen. MP, the pass to Washington. And he buries his first look.
How about the vision from MP? In the pick and roll, that's very encouraging to see.
Pass to Barry. Wagner against MP. Banchero outside. Here's Barry. 15 in his last outing. 5 on the clock. A shot from the mid-range. And it's MP with a rebound.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Oh, great teamwork right there.
Hey, you got to love the finish, bringing it down with some attitude. The Magic have gone 1 for 3 so far. To the inside. It's stolen. Fast break, Brooklyn. And MP throws it down.
When it comes to changing ends, MP does it like only a young man can.
Here's Banchero. Uses the glass on the layup.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
MP with it. Jackson in his pocket. The 3 from Washington. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 3 assists now in this one. Magic trail by 7. Barry, pass to Suggs. Brooklyn pulls it in. Here's MP. Pass to Coulibaly. Can't cash it in from close range.
Outstanding work to send him away. They sniffed that one out.
And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul. Nick Claxton, he's checked in for Washington.
Now into the lineup for your Knicks, number 33, Nicholas Claxton.
First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. Here's Barry. Coulibaly defending. Barry misses.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Claxton a screen on Suggs. Outside Coulibaly. 4 on the clock. Claxton a screen on Jackson. to the paint. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Here's a look at some stats for him.
And a stat to focus on is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been working on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot better on D.
All right, and we got a report from Shams Charania with news out of the Western Conference. Shams, take it away.
Hey, Brian. The latest story right now is out of Dallas on the Mavs trade with the New Orleans Pelicans. They have been looking to make a deal for DeJounte Murray and finally pulled it off. I'm told his scoring and his ability to pester ball handlers made him very appealing to this team. Their hope is that he'll be a natural fit in the lineup.
Well done. Appreciate the report, Shams. Thanks. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Bucks was a man on a mission. He dropped 27 points and was such a menace on the defensive end. Steals galore, a game that nobody will soon forget, that's for sure. How is he going to follow that up tonight? We'll see, guys.
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game.
Called here by Jordi Fernandez. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Here's Banchero and Washington over to help. Here's Jamison. Three-pointer off the mark. Brooklyn leading by 19. On the court for Orlando, we've got Filipowski, and it's Banchero in at the 3. To the inside. Here's Claxton. Williams up top. Pass to MP. Shot clock at 6. To the middle. And Claxton throws it down.
If the play doesn't open up his shot, then trust MP to give it away.
Black passes to Filipowski. And Carroll with it. Here's Jamison. He's guarded by Washington. Fades and shoots. The shot by Jamison, no good. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. Inside. And Claxton throws it down.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
MP against Banchero. Over MP. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. Banchero's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Using all that size in close, Banchero, he understands his strengths on offense.
The drive by MP, and MP throws it down.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powered at home like that. The Magic have gotten nothing to go out of 5 attempts so far this quarter. The 3 from Banchero. He drops it from range. Banchero's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You can see Banchero working to improve this part of his game. Nice 3-ball there.
And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Orlando making a switch here. Monroe's checked in. MP no good. Magic trail by 20. Here's Monroe. And the 3 off target. MP looking around. Here he goes. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. That one on Banchero. Richard, you evolved as a shooter over the course of your career. Talk about developing shooting in the NBA game.
Well, it dictates what kind of offense you can run. You don't need a bunch of good shooters, but if you've only got 1 or 2, your interior play better be strong. And MP is one of those guys you just love watching because he plays with such confidence, hunger, and a smile.
Wagner finds Jackson. Back to Wagner. And he jams it home with authority.
Feed the interior, good things will happen.
Brooklyn leading by 20. Pass to Starks. Out of bounds. It'll be Orlando's ball. And let's take an early look at our contenders for this year's dunk contest. No matter who ends up competing, you know it's going to be a show.
And the best part, B.A., every year we see something different, something new. I can't wait.
And I could see him moving even higher up in the ranks. He's certainly a talented guy up in the air.
He is for sure, but this list is just packed with real aerial artists. This dunk contest is really going to be something special.
So that's how things are currently looking for the dunk contest. But of course, we'll update you with the latest news as we receive it.
And as this lineup starts to take shape, this event is only getting more and more exciting.
And again, it's the Nets missing.
That is not a bad decision to pull it from there. It was just a little bit off with the execution.
And the shot goes.
Yeah, Wagner's showing he has the strength to beat contact.
Here's MP. That's good. For the day, he's 4 for 6.
And shooting-wise, he's been fantastic, helping to build this lead.
Magic trail by 20. Banchero outside. Fires, hitting the triple. Banchero's got 12.
And he's doing everything he can offensively to lift them out of this hole. But I'm not sure his hot shooting can do it alone.
MP against Wagner. Here's MP. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson. Here's Barry. He's scoreless.
Second quarter.
1:56 left to play in the half. Here's Banchero. Yes! Banchero fighting for 2.
He's doing everything he can. If they want to win, others have to step up and provide some scoring.
Wagner against MP. Pass to Starks. Here's Shed. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Nets need to get off a shot here. And they'll get another chance. MP against Banchero. Down low. Second chance effort. And it's good on the layup.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
And so Jamal Mosley calls for the timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Washington's checked in for Brooklyn. And the Magic making a change here as well. Black's checked in for Banchero. Here's Wagner. 32 points for him last game against Toronto. Suggs surveys the D. Pass to Black. Just 5 to shoot. Takes a 3. Washington grabs the miss.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Here's MP. Here's Starks. Kicks it out to MP. The putback. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there. Couldn't get it to go. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. Orlando shooting their first free throw tonight. so it's the Brooklyn Nets in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. They're getting quality looks, and that's why they're shooting at such a high clip. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
And as we welcome you to halftime, no other way to say it, an abysmal start for the Orlando Magic.
Where's the intensity at the defensive end? They need to get a hand up and contest more shots.
Coach needs to encourage them to be better moving forward, just like I do with you guys.
I'd better put my feet up. It's getting deep in here. And now a subject that's always of interest, player movement around the league.
Well, DeJounte Murray is unique. The length out there in the backcourt, the way he affects every phase of the game, he plays with an edge.
And the better that shot gets, the more unstoppable he'll become. It's one of my favorites.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Well, you look at Franz Wagner, what a contribution.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
We've got P.J. Washington. He's out there with MP. And it's Coulibaly in at the shooting guard position. And that's the group for Jordi Fernandez as we begin the second half. Back to Banchero. Pass to Suggs. Takes the three. And it's MP with a rebound. MP's got his fourth rebound in this one. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, this young Magic roster has chemistry. Coach Jamal Mosley said they're so tight together. It's just organic. They're happy in creating these relationships over time. And it's because they're all just good kids that like being around each other. Guys, that's what you want.
Yeah, no question. Something to build on, Allie. Thank you. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Banchero outside. There's the triple. The big man, Banchero, showing the range.
And this team relies on Banchero's scoring, but tonight he's carried them.
Coulibaly on the wing. Wagner against MP. Back to Coulibaly. Pass to MP. Goes back up. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
Love that shot fake by MP, just fooling the D right out of their shoes.
Brooklyn shooting their fourth and fifth attempts at the free throw line tonight. No good on the second free throw. And so it's Banchero who brings it up for the Magic. Trailing by 13. On the court for the Magic, we've got Paolo Banchero, and it's Jamison in at the four-man position to the paint. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Yeah, nice pass by MP. You know, he knows how to run an offense.
Now Banchero. Over MP, and Banchero gets it to go. Banchero's got 10 points here in the second half.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
The Magic making a switch here. Caruso's checked in.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
MP outside on the take. Oh, MP throws it down.
What did he just do? MP showing some insane athleticism.
And that replay courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Pass to Howard. Now here's Caruso. Here's Black. Fires from deep. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
Guys, just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
MP no good.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Caruso finds Banchero. Here's Black. Fires the 3. And another 3 for Orlando.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Here's MP. The slam by MP.
I've got to tell you, the athleticism of MP is really showing off right now.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Black passes to Filipowski. And Banchero with it. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Didn't get to the line in the first half, but since the break, he's been in attack mode. Great adjustment.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for the Nets.
You've got to be impressed with how assertive they are on offense, continuing to cut hard to the rim time and time again.
And also, I just love how they've been moving the ball side to side on the perimeter. Great passing, unlocking their offensive potential.
Brooklyn making a switch here. Hendricks is checked in. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Man, the defender really went after him.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, Grant, it appears that league expansion is around the corner. Any concerns about spreading the talent too thin?
Not really, BA. I mean, the global pool of players competing for an NBA roster spot has never been deeper. So there's plenty of talent to go around. And even from where we're sitting, you can clearly tell it was a foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Banchero.
He gets to the line a lot. Banchero knows that and works on those shots in practice.
Nick Claxton, he's checked in for Hendricks. And Banchero drops them both. If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's MP. Pass to Claxton. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. And how about Nick Claxton? You'd be hard-pressed to find a more versatile defender.
He's come so far in that area since he came into the league. He's become an elite defender. There isn't a position on the floor he can't guard.
Magic trail by 10. Filipowski pass to Suggs. Puts it up. And that one is right through the heart.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Got a piece of it. Here's MP. And MP throws it down.
He's so quick off the floor. MP punches that one home with ease.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Sinks it from distance.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
They set a pick. Pass to Claxton. Back to MP. Six on the shot clock. To the middle. Here's Claxton. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 9 assists now tonight. And Suggs has got the ball here for the Orlando Magic. 9-point game. And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Washington's checked in for Brooklyn. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Jamal Mosley was saying to the team. He said to them, you guys look defeated out there. Wake up. This game is far from over, but I need you all to believe that. I need you to fight for one another right now.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Wagner finds Suggs. The three from Banchero. Rebounded by the Nets. Washington's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Got a hand on it. On the break. The three from Suggs. Counted from distance.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Washington, a screen on Wagner. Back to Washington. And Washington powers it through.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
From downtown, the rebound by Starks. Starks has got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. MP goes strong to the rack.
2 physical points from MP, and you know he'll continue developing his strength.
Jackson with a screen on MP. Wagner against MP. Wagner outside. Beyond the arc. Washington grabs the miss. No need to rush here. Take your time.
Take your time. This is where you can reset and try to get a good shot.
Washington a screen. Here's MP taking it inside. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson. In transition, the Magic on the run. The three from Suggs. Orlando again missing. Nets leading by 10.
Nothing left to do but to watch the clock tick towards 0. Nice victory here for the Nets.
They made a point to get some good looks.
Yes, they were able to pound the ball inside. I love it.
And this will get marked down as their 16th win of the year.
And with the win, the season series is tied 1-1. You have to love how competitive these games have been with 2 more left to play.
And what a huge performance it was for MP.
Gotta respect the leadership he showed today. Made great reads and distributed the ball accordingly.
By all accounts, one of the hardest workers in the league. MP is always looking to push himself to some next level.
And so it looks like it'll be Orlando's ball still.
Substitutions on the court.
There's 38 seconds left in the final quarter. And another miss by Orlando. Well, Grant, this game looks just about over.
BA, all they really need to do is just work that clock, don't turn it over, and this game is a wrap.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
15.
Yeah, free throws are so key in this league. It's good on MP figuring out how to get to the line.
And both free throws good for MP. We've got 22 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. MP against Howard. They set the screen. Inside. And there's the rejection. Here's MP. So we see the Nets taking the W here. Even early on in this.
They talk the talk, but you walk the walk.